to Electric Elevation. Today we have our special guest, A.Train. How you doing today?
What up, though? You alright?
Yep. So, why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
I mean, it's real simple. From the east side, Detroit. Been rapping for basically my whole life since I was about 12. 2009. Started spending my first dollars going to the studio and stuff, making music. So, been doing it for a little while. And then that's like a little bit about me. Keep it brief.
Okay. How'd you come up with your rap name?
Basically, I came up with it. It really cause the A is my name. My real name is Arterius. So that's how I came up with it. That's where the A come from. And then the train is like study, practice. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it's real simple. Like a lot of people think my name mean like train, you know what I'm saying? Like choo choo, you know what I'm saying? But that really not what it is. But I just kind of took that and then ran with it. But it really just study, practice, you know what I'm saying? And because I ain't always know how to rap when I first started. So that was my name. It was basically just progression, you know what I'm saying?
Right, evolving.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you like to freestyle the most, or you like to write your music, or a little bit of combination of both?
It's like a combination of both. I like to write stuff because when you write it down, it's like more of a focused thought, so you can focus on what you want to write about. When you freestyling, you kind of just saying stuff that come to your head. So, I mean, both of them is effective, but I like to write more. But I do both.
Okay. Now, I know sometimes that you perform a lot with Crack Baby. So, tell me a little bit about, are you guys a duo? You both solo artists?
We solo artists. We like a label, you know what I'm saying? We like a label. So, it's like, basically, we like an alliance, you know. We pick up on each other's weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I might be weak in certain areas, you know what I'm saying? He'll come through. He might be weak in certain areas, then I come through, cover those areas. So we just work real good together, you know. And it's a little deeper than music with me and Crack. You know, we talk about like a lot of business and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We like brothers for real.
Okay. So now, what other artists would you say inspired your music? Name one person industry-wise and then one person underground.
Underground, I would say who inspired me. It's so many people. So many people for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause,
what about Detroit underground?
Detroit, Stretch Money, like early on. You know what I'm saying? When I first started. People used to tell me I sound like Stretch Money. I think it's because we both from the East, so we kind of had like similar accent. You know what I mean? But people used to tell me I sound like Stretch. So he was somebody early on the underground scene in Detroit. On a big scale, of course, like Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I always listen to Eminem. And then that's about it. Really, like E40, Too Short. Jay-Z. You know, I listen to really a lot of different artists from different like regions and stuff like that. So like my music is really like just one big combination of just artists just really rolled up into one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what old school artists do you like the most?
Old school. I'm gonna say Tupac because I feel like Tupac is like he was old school, but the music to me is still untimely. Because I can still listen to that stuff today and it made me feel something. So Tupac for sure.
Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
Do you like the way the Detroit artists are portrayed? Far as like you did some shows out of town, right? So when people find out you're from Detroit, do you think they have a set perception or they show you love?
Sometimes, yeah, they have a set perception. Like sometimes, you know, people hear stuff about Detroit, so they feel like, oh man, y'all rowdy, or like y'all niggas, y'all hoodlums, y'all don't know how to act, stuff like that. Sometimes you do run across that, and then sometimes you get love. Sometimes people straight up just be like, oh man, you from Detroit, like that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a mixture. So I feel like Detroit, you know what I'm saying, get a good rep, but then they get a bad rep too. But then it depends on who the person is. And really, it's just based off of the people, though. It's based off of the individuals. Like, you hear a lot of stuff about places and stuff, but it really just about the people in general, just the individuals. So, it's like good and bad. It's like a mixture.
Okay. Now, how do you feel that the atmosphere is here amongst your peers and other artists? Do you think Detroit artists support each other and work together, or it could be better?
I I think people do support each other. I think it could be more support. You know what I'm saying? Like you can it could definitely be more support. That's just how I feel. It could be more support, but it is some support. Like people is showing support, so it's good.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, tell me about a female artist that you would like to work with.
Well, I got one that I did work with.
Okay.
She on my album. The first song on there is called Summer, and her name Wavy Bay. So
I heard her singing. Does she rap as well?
Yeah, she
Okay.
rap. She rap. She write her own music.
Okay.
So she more of a singer though than a rapper. She could rap a little bit, but I probably ain't even supposed to even say that shit for real, cause she, you know what I'm saying, she sing though for sure.
Okay. Now, what about industry wise? So you think the hardest female out here right now?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Yeah, she the coldest right now to me. Her, City Girls. I really feel like the females really been going hard. Like I feel like the females been going harder than a lot of dudes. Cause they just
got Cash Doll.
Yeah, Cash Doll, you know,
Megan.
from Detroit, Cardi B. So and like all of them doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's fly. Like the females really going hard right now on the music scene. You know, they talking that talk though. Like they saying what niggas want to hear. So yeah,
that's a good look.
Yeah, women definitely winning right now. Y'all on y'all thing.
Now tell me about your current projects you got going on right now, and then what you got upcoming in the future.
Well, right now we just put the album out. We just dropped the album Art. It got 10 songs on it, fire. So make sure y'all go get that. That's on all streaming platforms right now. I got hard copies too. I got them for the 10. So you know, come see me or whatever if you want a hard copy. We got videos. I just put the video out to Summer with Wavy Bay. That's the first song on there. Well, I got 5 videos out for it overall right now. We got the Bossed Up video, the beat to Bossed Up. That's produced by P. Dot. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Another single off the album, B Need Me.
What's the name of number 4?
The B Need Me.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, B Need Me. That's number 4. And that's the one with P. Dot. P. Dot got that pack. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. That's what we got out right now. And we rolling out more videos. So by like the middle of next year, I should have like a video for every song off the album. So I got 5 of them right now. So we're going to roll out the other 5. And that's what we working on.
Okay. So he actually gave me a CD. And I've been listening for a minute. And what I like about it is for you to be a younger artist, it still had a good mixture, and some of the songs had like a good old school feel. So I was rocking to it. It's tight. Go out there and get it.
That's what's up.
Okay. Where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself going on tour. Okay. I see myself doing tours. I see myself working with more artists in the industry. I see myself having my foot more in the door. You know what I'm saying? The industry. And having a bigger impact. You know, every piece of music and everything I've been putting out, I've been seeing results from it, and it been just kind of building up. And it's a slow grind, but it's a show grind. So, I'm trusting the process, and that's where I see myself at 5 years, doing tours, more business moves and stuff like that. So,
do you want to do other stuff? You want to act? And I know you got some merchandise. Clothing line you was telling me about as well.
Oh yeah, we got the this are art shirts. So these is the shirts right here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got the shirts. I got some hoodies coming. We gonna do the hoodies. I'm still trying to think of how I want to price those and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep my peoples updated, keep everybody updated on the hoodies and stuff as I roll them out. And what was the question again?
That's what that tequila do.
Right. I'm trying to play it cool and shit. I'm forgetting shit.
No, I was saying besides rapping, did you want to get off into acting and your merchandise and stuff? How far did you want to expand?
Okay, yeah. So I see myself doing some acting.
Okay.
Because even in some of my music videos, they conceptual, so they got concepts, they got storylines and stuff like that. So I definitely see myself breaking into some acting. You know what I'm saying? Bust my chops, see what I can do with that.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about the new generation of rap compared to the old generation?
I feel like people drop music quicker. Like nowadays, people want music so much faster. Whereas like back in the day, they probably didn't have the iPhone. They probably didn't have, you know what I'm saying, all this internet stuff. So now everything moves so fast. Like when you hear a new song you like, you can go to YouTube and listen to it 100 times, 100 times. Back in the day, if you heard something, you probably had to wait for it to come on again. Or, you know, like people used to have the tape players. You know what I'm saying? They had to rewind the tape back. Like now everything is so instant. So that's the difference between now and the generation then. You know what I'm saying? Like everything now is like instant. Like you can just have it. You can listen to the song back to back to back. If you want to replay this part, replay that part, you know what I'm saying? It's way faster. So I feel like people don't really appreciate music like they used to. But I still think it's good music out here because some people still be like, you know, oh man, music ain't like how it was back in the day. I think it still is some of that good music out here. But like I said, stuff is coming so fast. So it's like the production of everything is like everybody just feel like, you know, it got to be like quantity over quality a lot of times. So that's one of the major differences that I feel like today.
Okay. Now, what about the substance and content though? Now, it is a lot of talented artists out in this generation, but it is some trash out there too. Not saying it wasn't trash out there back in the day, but it's a lot of trendiness and people sounding the same. I can listen to 6 artists that sound like NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe 10.
Yeah. Real
so
talk.
like people, do you think people need to have more of their idea? I mean, if you sound a certain way, that's just the way you sound.
Yeah.
But if you sound a certain way, but you mimicking a certain way, and that ain't really your way or your style, you know, how do you feel about that when people just start, everybody want to have that trend?
I feel like people gotta, if you really want to stand out and you really, this really what you do for real, like you want your own sound. You don't want to sound like other people, because if you taking this serious and you saying like, you know what I'm saying, this is my life and this is what my heart is into and stuff like that, and this is what you really love, I feel like you should strive to be different. You know what I'm saying? You should always want to do your own thing. You never should want to sound like nobody else, because that's really not cool. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people think that's cool, but I mean, it depends on what you want to be. Like if you want to just be like a one-hit wonder real quick, make something real fast, then I guess sounding like somebody gonna help you. But just speaking for me personally, you know, a lot of my stuff is like organic. You know what I'm saying? It take a little time for me to actually, you know, get it how I want it to where I feel like I'm gonna present it to everybody. So I feel like, you know, if you call yourself a true artist, you want to be different. You want to make sure that your music different. You want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you stand out. And when people see you, you know what I'm saying, and anything that you do that come from you is like, when they see it, they got to know, okay, boom, that sound like, or that feel like this. So I think to any artist, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure your stuff sound different.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about, now, don't get me wrong, everybody, well, mostly everybody roots for people and wants people to do well. But how do you feel when you see or hear music that's not that great, but because a person is popular and they got all these followers, you know, people jumping on the bandwagon, but the substance, the content, the quality is not there. And then you got people who really take their craft more serious. The content is more real, more raw, but they're not getting the recognition. They don't have all those followers. How do you feel about stuff like that?
I feel like as an artist, like if you a real artist, you gotta try your best to just stand out. You gotta find things about your personality that people like, that stand out. Because as an artist, you kind of selling yourself to the fans. You know what I'm saying? You selling yourself to the people that's watching you. You know, you want them to buy your stuff. But at the same time, certain artists got like different antics. Like sometimes, you know, somebody might be a great artist, but then they don't have that hustle, or they just don't know how to really communicate with people. And that's why I feel like a team is important too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your team is important, because that's where your team supposed to come in at. If you just an artist and you just got good music, but you know what I'm saying, you might not be like a people person. You might just want to be an artist and create. So it's a lot of
But I'm speaking too, like, when now it's people that be on some fake shit too, buying streams and buying followers,
crazy shit,
and smoking mirrors, and so it be just a lot going on.
Like some people like they had like 10,000 like followers and like 2 likes and shit, like so people like that, like I don't know, like people gonna find the good music. People gonna find the real stuff. Like, the real stuff always gonna shine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You might not get the pop as soon as you get out there, because there'll be a lot of fake people out there. But, you might have to wait for the fakeness to die out and people to see who them fake people is, and then they look at you and what you doing. And if you been true to the grind and true to your craft for all that time, it's like you gonna shine. But you got to take your time. Like, a lot of people quit early. A lot of people give up early before they even get their shot. So you got to stay at it if this really what you want to do, because it's going to be hard. Like, you going to run into some roadblocks. You going to run into stuff that's going to make you want to quit. That's going to make you want to feel like, you know what, fuck this, and I don't want to do it no more. But if you really love this and this really what you into, then you gotta strap your nuts on and go hard.
Now you was telling me earlier or previously that it was a time you kind of hit rock bottom and people had kind of weren't messing with you, but now they all in. So tell us about that.
So basically, like, I just had to persevere. You know what I'm saying? I had to persevere, but this was something that I really love to do. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if I ain't really strong, so if I ain't really love it, you know what I'm saying, I would have just quit. Like, boom, you know what I'm saying, it ain't working, I'ma quit. But it's like, when you love something, you gonna keep constantly digging and reaching deeper to try to figure out, you know what I'm saying, why am I still doing this? You know what I'm saying? What give me the drive to do this? And that's gonna be the only thing that really keep you doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to really reach into yourself and ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why do I do this? Do I really love this? Because when you really love something, you're gonna do it even when everybody ain't rooting for you for real. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. And
sometimes elevation requires separation.
Yeah, real talk.
Sometimes you just got to fall back.
Yeah.
Focus on what you're going to do.
Yeah, because it's easy to do something when people voting for you and when they rooting for you, because that feel good. Mm-hmm. But, you know what I'm saying, even when people ain't rooting for you, that's like, see, when I first started doing music, you know what I'm saying, people used to tell me, though, like, you don't look like a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Or, it was just like, I had a lot of odds against me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So for me, starting off, it was like it was something I wanted to do. Like, I kind of was like a fan of myself. Like, It was like I wanted to hear myself. I wanted to see myself. So you gotta want to see yourself win more than anybody else want to see you win. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta be your biggest fan first, and then everybody else, they'll listen to it. They'll check you out. You know what I'm saying? Because even like you said before, sometimes some of these rappers, they ain't really that cold, but they believe in themselves. So when people see that, people is attracted to, like, confidence and seeing.
Oh, absolutely. Your persona, your swag, just everything, the way swag, you move.
Yeah, all everything. That shit. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Even myself, like, I tell people this too. We doing this interview, we kicking it. I tell people this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I ain't always speak highly of myself. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak highly of yourself, like, all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to want to see yourself out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that go. Like, it start with you. It all start with you. And then everybody else, they come later on, but it started with you. So you always got to remember what you got to
hit that stage and own it.
Yeah, you got to own it.
You got to say, I own this motherfucker.
Yeah, this my shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. You got to.
Okay, so how can a person book you to perform?
They could hit me up. They could hit my email. You know what I'm saying? Hit my email. That's thsisart1@gmail.com. So y'all can hit my email, and you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're trying to do. You got budgets or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? We work around your budget. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So hit her up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Hit us up. You know what I'm saying? We put something together.
Okay, shout your Instagram, all your social media tags out.
The social media is This Is Art. You know what I'm saying? We got the shirts too. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up, get a shirt. We got the hoodies coming. TH1SISART. So hit me up. Instagram. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I got the brand new single Bossed Up. That's out right now, produced by P. Dot. We got the video out right now, Summer. You know what I'm saying? It's featuring Wavy Bay. She on my album. That's the first song off the album. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter like that, but you can still follow me on Twitter. I got a Twitter. And that's pretty much about it. A.Train.
All right. Any other final thoughts or takeaways, shout outs, or anything you want to give?
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my family, my little brothers, my grandma. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the whole Detroit. Shout out to the city. Shout out to the United States. You know what I'm saying? All the hoods. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide. Shout out to everybody. So, them the shout outs.
All right. And then they can also check you out when you're on the Cypher, too. Hot 107.5.
Hot 107.5. Every Friday at 8 p.m. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Hot 107.5. I'm on the Cyphers every week, dropping fire. So, y'all make sure y'all check me out on there, too.
All right, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Electric Elevation Podcast on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Electric Elevation. All right, peace.
Boom.